Hey, Roxanne.
Hi.
This is lucky number 13.
Lucky number 13. And we are pretty lucky because I think we have some really beautiful and moving performances. You're getting some TTRL exclusives here, folks.
It's a premiere. It's a double premiere. Yes, honey, we are holding nothing back this episode. So here we go.
All right, well, I go by Indio. This is Rugad, and we are a music duo here in Tampa, Florida. I sing. I also produce a little bit. I DJ a little bit. He can tell you what he does.
Yeah, I'm a singer, producer, and bass player. When we work together, I mainly just produce and play bass. Sometimes I'll write. That's about it.
And we have a performance that we taped at Spriggs Studio. Shout out to Spriggs in Ybor City. And this is an unreleased track. So I haven't recorded it yet. It's not anywhere. So this is an exclusive listen. It's called Breathe. And I wrote this because I was feeling really overwhelmed about just all of the current climate, what we have going on right now, you know, with the protests and the police brutality and COVID, just all of the things that have been on everyone else's mind. And I just felt really overwhelmed because I didn't know like how to just take control of my happiness and stay sane and stay mentally well with everything else going on. And it's just pretty much about being able to keep your peace in the midst of the craziness that's happening. Music has always been an outlet for me. So it definitely helps. It's like therapy because I'm able to, you know, write about what I'm going through. It's like musical journaling in a sense. When I wrote my first song and recorded it, and that's when I realized that, you know, okay, just me doing it the way that I want to do it, this is actually pretty cool. Like, this is actually something that I can see myself doing. And then it just became like my life in general. I don't see any other life that doesn't involve music at all.
Take it slowly.
Hello, TTRLers. I'm with the fabulous Justin Gray. So you have an event coming up that I think everyone should know about. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
So on August 8th, I'm having the Vote and Pretty event. We are basically really trying to mobilize Tampa Bay, obviously in a safe way during these times. But as important as it is that we remain safe during this time, it's also important that we get ready to be counted in November. I think the most important thing is that everyone has to do something.
We'll see you then on the 8th.
I hope to see you there. Miss seeing you, Zach. Thank you so much.
So I moved to Florida, moved to Valrico in '99 when I was 12, and then started playing in bands in high school. So I've pretty much been playing in and around Tampa Bay and Florida since I was about 16. And in 2012 is when I started playing under the moniker Mountain Holler, which is my solo project. And then in 2013, I started a band called Red Feather. And that is still active.
Yeah, I remember because I saw you as Mountain Holler first, and then when I saw Set and Setting, I was like,
Yeah,
he's
two
versatile.
Yeah, two totally different sides of my brain. So this is my apartment where I also work on my recordings. I am currently in the middle of working on a new album. It's called Casa Lago, which is named after a cabin where I have been going periodically to isolate and also record and write new music, and also record some old music that is unreleased. And that should be out before the end of the year. Ohio was something that I learned shortly after the Black Lives Matter movement started, because I felt like I was unable to express how I was feeling about the nationwide movement. And I felt like marching for me wasn't enough. And so I was getting frustrated without having the ability to express how I was feeling. So I pretty much locked myself in my room for a week and just slept and kept thinking about the world's affairs and staying in touch with friends that were marching in Tampa and St. Pete and also in Portland and Seattle. And whilst in that 5-day stint, I learned Ohio because Neil Young wrote that after the National Guard shot and killed 4 Kent State students in 1970 on the Kent State campus in Ohio. And so I was trying to imagine what it was like back then picking up a newspaper, right? Because there was no social media, obviously no internet. What it was like to pick up a newspaper and read that the National Guard shot down 4 students, and only having that much information, and then how powerful that must have been to be so inspired just to immediately write a song. And so I learned Ohio as kind of a method of trying to tap into whatever muse Neil Young could tap into. And then I realized I'll never be as good as Neil Young. And then that acceptance was really good because it allowed for me to break down inhibitions and just to write freely. And then I ended up writing this song called Riot Lines, which is a single I'll be releasing. But yeah, that's where me learning Ohio came from.
soldiers and Nixon coming. We're finally on our own. This summer I hear the drumming. For dead in Ohio. For dead in Ohio. For dead in Ohio. For dead in Ohio.
You know what would be really great? If you just like looked in your sofa, maybe found a few coins and text TTRL to 73005 and tip the Straz.
So we can keep doing TTRL and showcasing all these amazing local artists. Don't forget to tip them as well.
All right, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.